why I feel in the face of all the problems in the world impotent, and why I somehow cannot manage to transform I. Now here we get to the real problem, because we're always telling each other that we should be different. Now I'm not going to tell you that tonight. Why not? Because I know you can't. Nor can I. That may sound depressing, but I'll tell you it isn't. It's very hard. But everybody, you see, who is at all sensitive and awake to their own problems and human problems is trying to change himself. We know we can't change the world unless we change ourselves. So when we are aware of the ego I, we are aware of this chronic tension inside ourselves. And that's not us. It's a futile tension. So when we get the illusion, the image of ourselves, married to a futile tension, you've got an illusion married to a futility. And then you wonder why I can't do anything.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Bitcoin analysis. Let's actually poke around this chart and figure out if we're getting bearish continuation or not. Specifically on the 15-minute chart, we did have an activation of a mean reversion condition, and I'll point it out to you here. So let's dive right into it. And I am considering entering a small scalp long here. I tried here as well. Really, I'm just waiting for the correct CCI rolls to make this a valid position. Actually, it's not worth attempting along on Bitcoin right now, primarily because volatility overhead has sufficiently evaporated. Right, this 350 period you see right here has turned back to a green value, right? And this means it can continue expansion. So, 350 period, let's plug that into our Bollinger Band. All right, 350, and here we are going to use 35. Okay, so typically you can use CCI rolls for trend re-entry and mean reversion conditions, which I attempted at this location, and I did stop out of that position after 0.5% drawdown, actually. Yeah, 0.5%. And that was the right choice. You know, it was a high-risk long entry, but, our previous two CCI roll-ups, which happened here and here, were profitable. So we actually had a really good profit ratio of around 0.5, and our upside was, we would just assume previous highs. So 4-to-1 profit ratio, it was worth taking. Now the question is, can we use the same signal again? In theory, sure, but you would want to use new overexpansion to gain entry into the long. And I'll point out what I mean. because our mean reversion condition is no longer a... Wow, I didn't realize the way PM cross. Okay, let's talk about this. Because our mean reversion condition is technically no longer active, you would actually only be taking a long based on the current overexpansion, which is, surprisingly enough, the 80 period, so I'll just leave it on 90 for fun. And we can actually go to a lower time frame and further identify that. What kind of sucks is we have re-expansion and volatility overhead, which results in a separate cloud of mass, which does not trade cleanly. However, on the 1 minute chart, yeah, we do have an active mean reversion condition, and probably should have traded it, but actually, there might still be time. Let's take a look at the 300 period. Hold on, because I have BitMEX open. I might just live trade this. 300. Yeah, the condition is actually just technically now active. If we change this to 30, we can enter a scalp long. So what we want to see, at least for a short-term long position, is 30 period CCI roll-up, which would just be a re-entry of the 1.25 standard deviation of this 30 band. And that right there, that would be really clean. And obviously it would need to be leveraged because it's on the 1 minute chart. There's only a 1% upside and a 0.5% downside. So take it as you will. And profit ratio will slowly decline as time goes on because of the slope of probability volatility and the mean itself. So, 1 minute chart is probably going to age pretty poorly. So let's go to the 4 hour chart and actually have a macro level prediction as well. Okay, so our longest overexpanded period here, just by looking at 3D Wave PM, is 225. So we'll plop 225 into our band. Oops, 22. Okay. Yeah, our mean reversion is actually almost completed, right? We predicted that when we re-entered the band at this location, that we would see reversion to this mean, and that our signal for short entry would be the CCI roll down, which happened exactly on this candle. So it's been a very nice short. I closed the actual short here because we had a short-term bullish mean reversion, and I missed out on a bit more profit. About 4% leverage would have been... I'm not telling you, never mind. What's important to note is we do have the compressing range as defined by these values. We have the top edge of this band and the bottom edge of this band, and they are going to compress around each other quite nicely. We are going to have to wait and see how that's actually going to behave. Although, realistically, now that we've touched down in the mean, we're really just going to want to scalp on smaller time frames now that the macro condition is or completed, to say the least. Of course, CCI rolldowns for this larger position are still valid, at least for a few more candles. So if we do see a volatility pop at the upside, short entries would still be viable. Okay. How clean. Just trying to see if there's any CCI signals we can take here. At least short term. So we are going to get over expansion here pretty shortly. Now, if this does extend a bit further down, I will be willing to take a nice long position when it's relative CCI rolls, but until then, I don't have much to say at the moment. As far as the daily goes, we are seeing our macro level reaccumulation period, right, where we had our market bottom and followed by the markup, and now we are in compressing reaccumulation range, which restores the market to a state of potential energy, and Bitcoin will just compress laterally as defined by a longest overexpanded period on the 4 hour chart, and then we will see upward expansion, and that upward expansion will be the bull run. Anything you put in during this upward move is going to return really well. I'm predicting a potential high around $300,000. I know that's aggressive, but if you just look at the logarithmic scaling of each previous high, it's logical, to say the least. So, that's it. That's all I have to say for Bitcoin. You folks have a beautiful day. Okay. Hi, Ben. How you doing, boy? You folks need to give me points to look at, please. What to do? Could, in theory, do a bit of live trading. Fuel's really running off. That's disappointing. I caught it early last night. How many hours ago? 15, that's about right. So we did end up getting a higher high there. Wow, quite the higher high. Would we bet on trend continuation though? That's the question. On the 110 period. It's currently a bearish mean reversion condition, so this will at least trade laterally for. I would short this if I could. It's decent downside. Check out Blaze. Blue Zell. Blaze and Blue Zell are completely different. Nicely compressed, implied upward expansion. Paxmal says, am I streaming in a forest? I recommend you direct your site to this tab right here. No, that'd be cool though. Some of the birds you hear are real though. I do have the window open, or the patio door, if you will. This could be nice. Check our downside real quick. 10% upside, 50%. Yeah, I could bet on that. Let's see if there's any previous examples where we had this kind of nice compression. You know, because when we typically get these descending channels, the initial breakouts fail, but the compressionary period that restores the market to a state of potential energy is really healthy, because any kind of significant upward move straight out of the downtrend can't sustain because of the volatility overhead. But you'll notice that the actual compression running through here is pretty clean. So any kind of upward trend is really going to stick. I might attempt a position in this. Try bib as well. Going to get your coins in, folks. I'd be happy to look at what you want me to look at. Great sentence. Did I announce the stream? It's off the client. Oh, I did. Okay. What day is it? Thursday. Guess can't really be predicted. So yesterday we almost hit 30, so. Hi, Robin. How are you today? Let's go ahead and check out nulls. I wonder what that stands for. Just kidding. Stands for nulls. Oh, dude, nice. This is really good. Yeah, we have a positive bullish break here. It's an actual bullish break out of a compressionary period, out of a downtrend. So let's take a look at the 1 hour chart. Identify our mean reversion pivot. CCI roll on the 1 hour is possible, but not as strong as the signals I like. Somebody just messaged me happy birthday, and I don't know who. I have no idea what that's about. It's not my birthday. Okay, but as far as actual nulls goes, why don't we look at, yeah, longest overexpanded. 200 period, let's check it out. Is that 200? I need to keep the data window open. Dude, it's right on that mean inversion pivot. You know, this is a really good profit ratio. You can assume a 1% downside and then have an upside of 40%. You can do a 40 to 1 profit ratio here. I mean, it's probably not going to hit, but still. If you want to try buying that dip, might work out. I just wish I had previous data of the overexpansions in the past to see how they behaved. Because if this condition is actually truly active, it can retrace down to the previous low. A lot of good charts today. A lot of high potential energy. Just going to try clicking randomly to see what we find. XRP had some really bullish news today. I actually consider this a strong breakout. You know, we have the Wave PM cross. We have true net expansion to the upside. I woke up this morning and I was looking at the 3-minute chart. And I saw this right here. And I entered a position. But I accidentally forgot a 0 on it. And, my position size was the 10th of what I wanted it to be. And then when I noticed a minute later, price had already jumped 2.5%. And then, you know, because I had my stop loss 1.6% to the downside. It just wasn't worth entering the actual position at that point. So I'm super disappointed. Although on my Binance portfolio, I did grab some XLM. Simply because, well, it's a similar breakout. So I got in around here. Haven't stopped out of it yet, but it still looks fine. Holding up well, even though Bitcoin's doing its thing. Whether or not we can activate or look at this active mean inversion condition at all. So remember, because on the 15-minute chart, the mean inversion condition is evaporated. Trend continuation can happen. And even more importantly, the macro level bearish mean inversion condition will override the current condition anyway. The current micro condition. Although it's not really current anymore, it did evaporate, so there's that to keep in mind. Although a long on Bitcoin is really appealing if we could try to catch the swing low. Right, because any kind of bullish mean inversion will result in significant upside. Here we had the 3% upside and another 3% here. 2.5. So if we actually do get the activation of the condition, I am willing to go in on this. Yeah, currently the 80 period. It's an active condition, man. Let's go back to 1 minute. I might want to play this. Yeah, 300 period. Okay, I technically missed my entry. Let's see if we get another one, you know? I'll just set a static alert. Actually, I'll set it properly. Whom I can... It's the 1 minute chart, though. It should trigger pretty quickly. We want Bitcoin crossing up Olinger Band Meow Mix. I think, shoot, I don't remember. I think it's Band 1 Oscillator. Lower Band 1. Long, and then we'll give that a try. It's going to be a small position, but we're going to do it anyway. We can participate in a pump and dump. 30 minutes. Ooh. Looks pretty exciting. Actually, I kind of want to pretend to play in this pump because I haven't participated in this kind of thing since like 2017. Pretty excited to see how it's going to turn out. Does anybody know if there's a volume monitor on Bittrex? Yeah, there is. Come on. I'm guessing. Ah! Nice. Okay. Well, we're going to try using the volume monitor. I mean, I don't have funds on BitMEX other than long holds. And, that's pretty poor. But, if I keep the stream going for a half hour, I'd be pretty interested in seeing if I can correctly predict what coin they're going to pump before it happens. So I'm going to set an alarm. I'm just going to keep the stream going. It's 11:35, so Siri, set a timer for 20 minutes. Okay, so let's see how this plays out. Yeah, we're going to try to long Bitcoin on the 1 minute chart. We have the alert set, so a little bit of patience. Also, feel free to ask for more coins. I'd be happy to take a look for you. Currently, I closed my YouTube comment thing. Pop out. Ask me questions, people. Otherwise, I'm just going to play video games while I wait for this trade to play out. Rumperino. It's my terminology. Gord, I'm still streaming, you know. Just watch it. Okay, one day CCI went below the midline for the first time in months. That's not really relevant if you don't give me the period. And that just means it crossed the mean, dude. Okay, well, looks like we might be getting along. Let's do it! We're going in! What's the 1 minute chart? I kind of want more. Okay, we're gonna do it. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. We're gonna market enter $1,000. Boom, baby. That's how we play it on BitMEX. Who am I kidding? $2,000. Did someone say $3,000? I think we did. It's a good position. Let's do it. Woo, baby! We just lost point. Okay, 0.0003 Bitcoin from market entering those positions. The horror. Okay, so let's figure out where to take profit is. It's actually a pretty big position. We got a 0.96 upside. I'm gonna put it on cross now. How exciting. Okay, well, first thing we need to do is put a stop loss in. Never mark it under your positions, guys. Don't do it. If the chart's really new, I don't want to analyze it. Sorry. Mean inversions on the 1 minute chart. Oh god. What a bad idea. We're doing it though. Yeah, I guess we just set alerts. It's probably not a very good alert. I'm going to drag that down. There we go. Alright, so we have the active mean inversion condition here, and then we're just taking the CCR rolls to the upside for longs, and then we're going to go to this mean. Simple as that. And LC squared. Let's open up another chart. Why did it default to USD? It's a 9% increase in volume. Check it on the 15 minute. I don't have volume candles loaded, that's funny. No. Actually, that is a lot of buying pressure in the short term. And this is hyper volatile as well. That's a 66% upside. I would not be surprised if this pumped in 20 minutes. That's some great volume, really. It's absurdly high. Although, that kind of volume has been coming in for over a week. Obviously, it's not XRP. To go to FTM BTC, I don't think I can load that chart. I'll look for you. Nope, I cannot. I know it's a Binance shitcoin, so buyer beware, literally. Link looks really bullish on the 1 hour and 4 hour. Well, let's go ahead and take a look. So help me God, if this pumps in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to shoot somebody. Link. I never set that stop loss. Please give me a moment. Looks good still. Come on, good boy. Up you go. Should probably actually set a take profit, huh? I'll just babysit it. It's fine. MKN. Didn't do link yet though. It's a pretty bizarre chart, man. I don't even want to try, I'll be honest. Let's take a look at the 70. Okay, no, Bitcoin is technically in a compressionary phase. Not, sorry. Link. Let's actually do the 12 hours so we get a little higher resolution. $150. No, this is compressionary. Trend continuation is going to be very difficult here. We're probably just going to see this roll back down and trade sideways. We want to set a stop. It's like a lower low. Sure. 7552. It's super aggressive. Okay. Ooh, what did I just do? Oh. How did my stop price get there? I didn't delete it. It's hilarious. Okay, 7, 5, 5, 2. Okay. Very nice. Keep doing that. I have made $5, my friends. For real. You know, probably should have played hard, but what can you do? It's a good position, you know, because we're also getting the CCI roll into the longer 15-minute mean reversion, so. All in all, it's super safe. Cool. Any kind of higher high would be confirmation here. I really wish there was a 0 at the end of this XRP position, though, I'll tell you. The only thing with significant volume right now on Bittrex is NLC2. How did I make that so big? Go away. Be smaller. More questions, please. I'll stick around for 8 more minutes just so we can see that pump, then I'll be done for the day. And then we'll pretend to trade the pump, but it will be finicky. You have been warned. I'm gonna get some chicken. I'll be right back. Okie doke. Nothing has changed. Excellent. BSV 6. Ooh. It's negative volume though. Oh boy, we're almost there. This is gonna be bullshit. Who's ready? I'm pretty excited to see how this is gonna turn out. Nice. Pretty good, man. Okay. You know, I should just move this over here because I keep on clicking on it. Better yet, I'm just gonna minimize it. Shoo! Any new YouTube comments? Did I close it again? Damn it. Ooh, 3 minutes. Man, I still get jitters from this. Like, I would totally be a gambler if I wasn't so good at this. Dude, harissa seasoning is so good. Some Moroccan spice, I really recommend it. You can make some great, like, patata bravas with it. That's special. XMR, that's too high cap. I'll check out BSV briefly, but it's negative volume, so it doesn't make sense. Yeah. NCL2. I already forgot the ticker. LC2. Jesus. All right. Come on, buddy. We're all ready. I don't think there's nearly enough people on this server to actually, like, care. It's 2 p.m. Okay. What you got for me, buddy? Show me what you got. that. Make some more ribbon strat. Yo, dog, you're late. Come on. We saw weird buy activity in the coin. Next announcement coming soon. Oh, that figures. Okay, let's try to figure out what it was. I mean, the volume monitor would have caught it up. Unless it actually is an LC2, which would be hilarious, but... check out spend as well. Nah. Although, actually, this isn't a bad chart, just objectively. I will press F in chat. I do not have permission, that's fine. Anyway, well, that was anticlimactic. On the bright side, Bitcoin Long's doing well. We're up 1/3%. Woo! Any higher high again should result in bullish action. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. Well, F follow Bitcoin dollar-wise next month. Yeah, it's essentially just Bitcoin on leverage. Oh, you know me. Cool. Well, that's it for today. Quiet live stream, but it is always a pleasure. I will see you all tomorrow at 1 p.m. MST. I will let you know how this trade plays out in the Discord chat. Stick around, see what it looks like. Have a beautiful day.